We are in our last 10 days here at the dock, here at the marina in Ortega, so North Florida. We are hoping in the next 10 days that we get our enclosure finished, stainless steel finished. We have all these random projects that really need to get done before we head to Fort Lauderdale, get that stainless, get the lithium and the solar installed, and then we take off. So last 10 days, got a lot of projects to get done.
Heading out on our own with our hope in the clouds, and we're starting to see that we're onto something. Feel it coming, we'll keep running, nothing in our way. We got what it takes. Here we go with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day, it's ours to take, and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins.
So Shannon wanted to get a washing machine on board so we could wash our clothes instead of hand washing everything. But the Splendide and other larger washing machines required you to take them apart and basically disassemble them to get them downstairs into wherever it's going to go. So we decided on a small portable washing machine that actually will fit down, and we just got it in today, so I'm going to go ahead and unbox it and see if it fits. There she is, new washing machine. Like I said, it's small, it's compact, so hopefully it'll fit down the stairs and into the bathroom where we made a pedestal for it to go. It's going to be in the shower of the spare bathroom over here by the master side on the starboard side. It's a shower we don't use, so that's where we're going to pipe it in and everything, and eventually run some electric, but we can use an extension cord until I get the electric run. Let's see if we can go get it downstairs. Here's the big test. We're gonna have to take the door off. Come on, let it go, let it go. There we go. Whew. Got it. Door is out. Let's see if it fits.
Yay!
I'm gonna lift it up just so y'all can see this. Ready? It fits through the door. There it is. It's in the wet area where it needs to be, and it's going to be actually going right there. But if you can see, there's this area right here is where the hole comes in, so they've kind of cut that off. But the space between here and over here is about 18 inches, and that's exactly the amount of space that we need. So I went ahead and did a dry fit of the washing machine on the pedestal. The pedestal still isn't finished. It has to be painted and the feet have to be put on. But I think everything's going to work out just fine. There's the pedestal there. There's a washing machine on top. So it fits nicely into the shower area of the bathroom. I still have access to turn the water on for the shower, but so we'll use the shower as the water in, and then the water out for the washing machine is going to be either the sump down below, or we're just going to go right into the sink over here and just have it go. But we're going to go ahead and work on that in a little while, but we're going to go ahead and finish up the pedestal, get it painted, get the feet put on, and so we can get this thing permanently mounted in here.
Alright, you want to tell us what you're doing?
We're putting on new mirrors. So we've got the old mirrors off. This is the mounting wood for it. I've got that screwed in on the middle one, and we're going to go ahead and put adhesive on here. We're going to attach the mirror. We're going to open it up and detach the wood from there, and then bring it down and let the mirror set up. And then once it's set up, then we can go ahead and reattach it to the door frame.
Because all of our mirrors, with 5 years old being on a boat, they just get really nasty and the stuff flakes off the back of them. So we went to a local glass company, Lee and Kate's, and they made them for $75 per mirror. So we only did 2 versus 6.
Yeah.
So we'll do the rest of it when we come back, or before we sell the boat, we'll do it again. So we're using a special type of glue?
We're using Mirror Mastic only because this material on the back of mirrors if you don't use a special grade adhesive, it tears that off. It just deteriorates it and it tears it off. So we're gonna use what they tell us to use. You get sideways, I'll get up and down.
No, all right. That's good. That's good.
Go lay that down. Just gonna lay it on the bed.
And this week for me has been super emotional. I think it's just tying up all the loose ends, making sure we've got everything on board, finishing projects. I think it's finally hitting me that we're leaving. I mean, I would say this transition from land life to boat life is a lot. I mean, I'm thankful for the past couple of months since June. It's September. So I'm thankful for the time that we've had to adjust, because it's been a huge adjustment. Going down to one car, sharing a car, living in a small space, being around Rob and Davis pretty much 24/7. It's been a big adjustment. And I think this week it's just kind of hitting me because, you know, to live this life, it's a lot of sacrifice. And we know that. But leaving my mom here, she's by herself, she's 75, she's in good health, but, you know, having to, you know, appoint my best friend as her healthcare surrogate, you know, in case something happens, until I could get back to the U.S. to make medical decisions, like, you know, leaving our 3 kids. I mean, we've got 2 18-year-olds that are freshmen in college, and while they're doing amazing, you know, your mama heart just hurts that if something happens, you can't be there. I want to do this, but I guess just, you know, leaving your family for what's going to be 3 to 4 years comes with sacrifices, and it's just, I don't know, it's just hit me this week. It's just been an emotional week. This leaving is a little bit harder than I anticipated. Yeah, I'm a mom. I'm leaving my kids. I'm leaving my family. Just a little period of mourning that you have to go through, but I just want people to see, if you do choose this lifestyle to do this, it's a lot to go through. It's not all, you know, beautiful blue waters and beautiful beaches. There's things that you have to go to, the good, bad, and the ugly. I guess I just want to document kind of how I'm feeling and the emotions that you go through for this journey, because this adventure we're on, it's a journey.
All right, so we are getting ready to attach our Coast Guard number sign. We've got this off of Etsy. It's King Starboard, and it's etched, so it's a permanent fix. We're gonna actually attach it down here to the boat. That's the hull there. And we're going to attach it with 5200, which is a permanent bond, which is required by the Coast Guard, and then we'll be Coast Guard legal.
We'll finally be Coast Guard legal 4 months later.
There you go.
So why did you sand it that?
So we want to rough this surface up and rough the mating surface up, so it helps the 3M 5200. It's going to really stick to it, and that's not going to come apart. So we're going to go ahead and use acetone, and we're going to clean both surfaces. That's going to help with the mechanical and chemical adhesion and create a permanent bond between both surfaces. All right, got my 5200 on my board, on the wall here. We're going to go ahead and stick it to it. All right, that is now permanently bonded to the hull, and we are Coast Guard compliant.
So I am using an app called Fast Scanner on the phone, and I'm scanning in all of our important documents. We have one folder that goes to shore, so it's in that we've got our dinghy documents, our FCC license, our boat documents and registration, insurance, immunization records, birth certificates, passports. I think that's it. So I'm scanning all this stuff in, and then all of our important documents, scanning those in, and then I'm putting them on these encrypted USB thumb drives. So we can have one for our ditch bag, we can leave one at home for our shore support, and one somewhere else. Just trying to get all of our paperwork together so we need it, so multiple people have it in case of an emergency. Rob is checking our water maker because we have no clue if this thing works. And if it doesn't work, we have to purchase
Either a new one.
either a new water maker or some sort of, we got to make some sort of something for a new water maker. So that would be sorted, I guess, when we get to Fort Lauderdale. But Rob just talked to Jeff Cohn from Wind Therapy because they have the same boat we do. They bought theirs. Theirs was in charter in Tortola as well. Maybe not Tortola.
Yeah.
Theirs was in, it was?
Yeah.
But he so kindly called Rob and just walked him through like what to do to kind of get this water maker up and running again. So Jeff and Adrian, we are so incredibly grateful for your help. This was something that couldn't necessarily be checked on survey or when we bought the boat because it was in a harbor and we didn't want to run it in that nasty water. So we're not exactly sure. They said it was serviced and everything was changed, but who knows?
Do you hear the pump running?
Maybe. So we just want to know it works before we buy a new $1,200 membrane to have for spare parts if it's not going to work.
Yes.
So cross our fingers, it works.
Yes. Crossing fingers.
It's a big day today. We've been told that our canvas is supposed to be finished. They're going to work over the weekend to hopefully get it done by Sunday. And the stainless arch is supposed to be here today. So keeping our fingers crossed that it's a really big work day and we get a lot done. Just right at the last minute. I don't care. I will take it. I'm happy to get all these projects finished and actually see some movement with them. So hopefully today is going to be a really big day.
Can you come up here, Shannon? Quite lift your hat down. Come on up, babe. We're gonna let that sit down. Around a little bit. So are we in the right place right here? Or is this got to go out further that way?
That'll really stabilize it with the
Oh yeah. Big day. We've got solar arch being installed. We have our canvas being finished. Push to get us out of Ortega.
I just turned the ACs off. I've got diver coming in to clean the bottom, and our wonderful friends Jeff and Adrian told me to make sure from Wind Therapy told me to go ahead and turn the ACs off so we're not sucking the trash up as he's scraping the hulls, not sucking the trash ups into the ACs and anything that's running. So we went ahead and turned those off, turn the fans on, keep the fans blowing, but we're not sucking water to cool the system, so nothing's gonna get sucked up. Bottom is done, cleaned up. Are we good to go?
Yes, yeah.
We're good to go! All right.
It was pretty loaded.
She looks beautiful though. I mean, from what I can see here, she looks beautiful. So.
Yeah, your underwater lights, all that good stuff. So.
Oh, nice.
What'd you get?
Dive compressor.
In the back of our car that doesn't really fit.
All right, it is October 3rd. I just walked over to Mr. Mike's shop, Miss Pat's canvas shop, and paid our final money. He just finished the enclosure this morning. It looks great. We're just waiting on the stainless. He's got to finish our flip down helm seat footrest.
There.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
I mean, does it need to go down a little bit? It can. Would that be helpful? And put legs on our life raft cradle so we can mount that. I think that's it. And then bring our solar panels over and just bolt those down. And then we will be off for Fort Lauderdale. So hopefully hopefully by the end of the week, because currently, because we couldn't renew on a monthly basis, we're having to pay $120 a night to be at this marina. So the quicker we can get out of here, the better. I'll show you Mr. Mike's work. Here is, don't mind the mess, here is the aft cockpit. We have this, and then we have this side with zippers, and then we have our fully enclosed helm with our door. So from inside, 360, fully enclosed, we've got windows, and then we have this door here that just 2 zips and rolls down, so we can sneak out if we need to at night and then come back in if we need to.
Look a little too big.
What you got, babe?
That would be the Dometic freezer that does not fit in my car.
That's awesome.
So I tried to drive with it halfway in my lap, and that just didn't work. Welcome to all of our cans of dehydrated, freeze-dried food that I've been stocking up probably since 2020. So these cans are good for 25 years. My goal is for passage meals to make easy, kind of like if you're going hiking or something in the woods, those mountain house farms are just so stinking expensive. I'm gonna make them myself. So probably 2 years ago, I went on this random kick of going down this rabbit hole with YouTube and finding a bunch of dehydrated meals to cook. So we tested a bunch of them. I bought some cans. We tested them as a family because Davis is really picky, Rob's really picky, to see what we would actually eat. Quick grab meals that we can, you know, boil water, pour it in a thing, and be ready to eat in like 5 minutes. We'll see how this goes. My plan was to have one set of meals, so I think I've divided all these enough into like one group of passage meals, and then when we get to like Australia, moving forward, I would repackage them again for like our Atlantic. I don't know if this is gonna work out. I don't know if we're gonna have storage for all this on the boat, but this was, anyway, my thinking for right now. So I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna put these freeze-dried, ready-to-eat meals together. So can you come read to me what we need?
Yep.
So we need 2 tablespoons
Minced onion.
minced onion.
What's the difference between chopped onion and minced?
That's a good question. I think minced is finer. Whatever kind of onion you want. Bell pepper, how much bell pepper?
1/2 cup.
1/2 cup. And I have been collecting these since 2019. They frequently go on sale on Amazon. So if you just put them in your shopping cart and you occasionally look, that's how I've accumulated 60 cans, and I have not paid full price for any of these. All right, 1/2 cup of bell pepper with corn.
1/2 corn.
Okay. Tomato powder,
Yep.
1/8 of a cup, and we don't have that, so we're gonna do 1/2 of a 4. That's about right. All right, how many black beans?
1 cup.
And you really shouldn't, when you're making these, mix dehydrated and freeze-dried foods, but these are dehydrated black beans. I didn't realize it when I got it, but we tested it and cooked it, and it actually cooked fine, so. All right, black beans, 2 cups rice.
Yep.
So I got these from Costco 3 years ago, and they were really great prices. You can check and see if they still have them. So how much beef?
1 cup.
1 cup. All right. This kind of looks like dog food, I'm not gonna lie. All right, and now we're gonna do 3 tablespoons taco seasoning. Taco. You can make your own taco seasoning if you want less junk in it, but for this sake, it's a good thing I'm not going into professional cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 tablespoons garlic.
Yep.
And then paprika. We need 1/2 teaspoon. Gosh, we're making a mess. This is why it's nice to use family's house that have big kitchens. All right, it's 2 teaspoons bouillon. Oh, teaspoon, not tablespoon. Whoops.
Mimi,
All right.
do you know what
And
bouillon
then
is?
1.5 teaspoons salt.
So fun fact, bouillon makes into soup.
So now we have all of our ingredients in our Mylar bag. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make 12 of these because that's how much food I have. And then I'm gonna open up the 100cc, these are actually 300cc. You only need 100cc, the desiccant, the food safe desiccant packets, and stick it in here right on the outside what it is. And then we have a ready-made meal for passages. So I'm trying to finish all these meals in a bag. I finished the sides, so these are just freeze-dried, seasoned rice, lemon dill rice, and garlic parmesan rice. So when Rob catches a fish, all I have to do is make some rice, open a can of vegetables, and we're good.
Or we're eating canned tuna.
But we were just talking about how with a couple days to go and push off this dock, there's just so much to do that it's paralyzing.
It is. You got so many projects. You don't know what project to do first. You got to kind of prioritize projects. But for me, I have ADHD, and when somebody asks me to do something, I put down what I'm doing and do that project because Lord knows I am gonna forget to do that.
But then he forgets to go back and do something else. So it's just kind of
things get done. It just kind of gets done.
But there's so much to do. It's paralyzing on what to do first. You just almost kind of shut down and you just don't know what to do. So we have a ton of stuff to do and hopefully we'll get it done.